Hello guys, and welcome to FX Racer, the brand new career mode on this channel. Now this is replacing F1 2016 mobile, and I wanted to do something a little bit different because I needed a bit more variety than just monoposto, and this was a game that I enjoyed playing actually when I did a quick review of it. On screen now are the people who won the competition, well done, to be drivers in this career mode. You guys seem to really like the idea of this, so I thought, why don't I make you a part? Don't worry, to those people who did miss out, you will get priority in the future. Speaking of the future, I'm planning on only doing one standard season, those 18 races on the screen of FX Racer. That's just the default calendar that you get with this game, but I tell you what, if the series proves popular enough, if there proves to be a demand for it, then I definitely won't rule out extending this, doing multiple seasons and choosing different drivers in each season. So that's the settings we're using: qualifying and race, professional difficulty of course. We're going to be doing 10 lap races, and to start off with, we've got qualifying at Albert Park, and I'm going to go for the soft tyres because I probably could go for the super soft, but I'm not too sure about the tyre wear in this game. So all of this is just a learning experience. I still haven't really played a lot of this game at all. I'm just throwing myself in at the deep end, eager to try something new. And it looks like for qualifying we have to rev up to 5 red lights. So this will just be my warm-up lap just to try and get used to the circuit. And now we will cut to see the start of my push lap. Here it is guys, my very first lap in qualifying ever on this game. I've never done a qualifying session. If we look on the left hand side, you can see it's actually Bulls Gaming who's taken pole position with a 1 minute 10.69, and Gabo will be joining him on the front row, and completing the top 5 we have Leo F1, KA Falcon 11 and TB 95. So this has been a pretty decent lap actually. I have sped it up to try and improve the swiftness of this video, and I'm going to cross the line and jump up to P6. So actually that's a really good lap. I'm really pleased with that, considering I've never done qualifying session in this game. You know, that's looking really good. We might even be able to fight for a podium in our very first race. That is the starting grid for the Australian Grand Prix. You're more than welcome to pause it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost underway, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. We're revving up to 5 red lights for the start of a new era, a new season, a new career mode. We're underway for FX Racer in Albert Park, and it's been a good start actually on the soft tyres for me. I'm not on the softest compound. You can see KA Falcon in front is on the super soft. We're going to dive up the inside of turn 1, and we've actually gained 2 positions, so I'm now up into P4. So that's been a fantastic start to this race, and hopefully now I can just get my head down, settle into a nice rhythm as I try and dive up the inside of Leo F1. However, in the end, I've run that really deep and unsettled myself. So I think this is equal cars. I'm not entirely sure how the cars are rated, how the car powers are created. So you can see by the end of lap 1, it's still a pretty stationary gap. Although as I take a look behind me, I'm being swarmed from behind. That is still KA Falcon. Don't forget, on a softer compound though, so he is likely to be faster, particularly on the opening stint of this race. By the time we move over to lap 3, if you take a look on the left hand side, the lap times are really close. So that's good to see that I've got the difficulty spot on. You can see everyone in the top 5 is really close together, and that's a good sign because that means it could be a really closely fought competitive season. We might see multiple drivers fighting the championship. I think it's just like a random grid order every race. Again, I'm not really sure how it works, although by the end of lap 4, if you look in the top right, my tyres are completely dead. So I'm now going to come in for my pit stop, and I'm going to switch onto the medium tyres. This is a manual pit stop that you have to do in this game. Nicely done, and you can see we're going to be coming out. Not too many drivers have actually pitted. Quite a few guys have stayed out, and the new race leader is Kalen. So I've actually rejoined from the pits in P17. You can see KA Falcon on the hards. I'm going to try and sneak my way past there, but it looks like he's gone off. So that's really not good for him because he was running in the top 5. I hope that hasn't cost him a chance of points there. We might be able to get a replay now. You can see as we slow it down, I just managed to brush past him. I think there was the slightest contact, but overall I think he was already heading off the road. So that's really unfortunate, as now we cut to the end of the lap and we can already see lots of drivers pulling into the pits. Julian69, IGG, TX19, as I'm now back into P4 and chasing Leo F1, who is on the soft tyres, so he is once again on a faster compound than me, suggesting possibly a more aggressive strategy. I'm going to try and go for this move again that I did on lap 1, although this time we make contact and unfortunately he's sent spinning. I'm terribly sorry, I did not mean to do that, to wipe you out of the race. Thankfully I think he's still in P4, which is nice to see that he hasn't actually lost anything. I do seem to have pretty good pace though. I'm still getting used to the way the AI behave in this game, as we just see a quick replay of that. That was on me. I do hold my hand up. I think I would have got past at some point anyway, particularly through the fast chicane. I do seem to be really strong through there. However, I've now got myself onto the podium, and Gabo is the race leader. And we've got 3 laps to go, and all of a sudden, I did mention about finishing on the podium at the start of the race. It could well be a reality, although the state of the tyres is not great, and I need to come into the pits again. So we're going to go for the super soft tyres for the final 2 laps here in Melbourne, and we're going to come back out of the pits on the way again. Leo F1 there, you can see, has followed me in, so thankfully he didn't lose too much time as a result of our collision, as now we are exiting the pits in P8. And now it is a race against time. Oh no, P13, that's changed too. So I really need to get my head down and see if I can make some of these places up quick. First of all is 12. His super soft tyres are really, really worn. So I'm hoping this is not going to be a difficult move for me. I'm going to try and use the curb there to get past. And then we have ORT Racing as we're coming to the end of the first sector. Absolutely flying. Look at the grip difference on the new versus old tyres. And again on TB95, the medium tyre is just no match for a fresh set of super softs. And now I think this is Julian69, who looks like he could be my teammate. We're using the same car. I don't know if that's the thing in this game. Still lots of learning for me to be done. Still learning about the way this game works. As I said, you know, I'm still not quite used to the way the AI behave. I would have gone for that move, but I did back out because I think it's my teammate, and I think he just braked through the middle of the chicane, which I have found a way to take that flat. So I think lots of the other guys are actually peeling into the pits, and we're now starting the final lap of the first race in FX Racer. Julian69 parks it on the apex of turn 1, and we've collided, and we've both gone off. That's an absolute nightmare. I don't really know what he was doing there. I didn't have enough time to react, but he just completely slowed down through the corner. Let's have a look at a replay of this. So you can see he just seems to park it on the racing line, and unfortunately there's nothing I can do there. Once again, that's a collision that I didn't mean to cause. However, that means I'm now into P6, where I started this race, and with nobody in front of me or behind me, that looks like where we're going to finish this opening race in Australia, using the full extent of the track limit. The super soft tyres are already going off. However, an absolutely fantastic drive after starting from P12 for Gons, who is going to win the very first ever race on FX Racer Career Mode. But as for me, I finished P6. Really pleased with the result, although still lots of learning to be done. There you can see the podium. Congratulations to Gons for taking the win. Classic finishes P2, and KA Falcon ends up finishing on the podium despite our minor coming together earlier on in the race. And that is it for the first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Short and sweet, intense action. As I said, lots of learning to be done. Here's the full results. Here's the championship standings and the remaining 17 races left for the calendar. The next episode will be taking place at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Completing the points, we have IGG, Gabo, myself of course in P6, then Bulls Gaming, not a good race from him after starting from pole. Julian69 and Leo F1 do both score points, and then Sparks gets P10 and the final points in Melbourne. As I said, that's it for the first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this season. This has been a lot of fun actually. I really enjoyed this race. I think having the shorter but more intense races really makes the racing quite close and of really high quality. But as for ORT, Phoenix, Azante, Rary Hachura, Diggory Hayden, TX19, TB95, Kalen and 12, you unfortunately miss out on the points. But don't forget, there's still 17 more races, as I said, and I'm fairly sure it's a random grid order, so the chances are very high of everyone scoring very highly at some point. So don't worry, it's only round 1, it's a long season, and a lot can happen. And this time, that really is the end of the first episode of FX Racer Career Mode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, I hope you like what I've done, and I hope you're excited for the rest of the season, just like I am. Thank you for watching, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time in Austria. Goodbye.